Alright, I'm gonna go film my little Promoto. Little. It's not really too little. Now it is hot. And I was out this morning and I put a whole battery pack through and I filmed everything. So I know how to drive it now, so that helps. So it's not really a first run review. It's the first, hopefully this is recording. I don't know what happened with my 1RS. It didn't record. I filmed. Whole battery pack went through, so I've learned how to drive this, or ride this. I don't know which is the correct verb. But now it's really hot. It's like 1 o'clock. And it is like mid 30s somewhere. Low 30s in the shade, but mid 30s in the sun for sure. Mid to high. So I don't know how much footage I'm going to get for you guys, but it should be better than the footage I got this morning. Okay, so it's about 1,000,000 degrees out here. Got the Supermoto here. We're going to turn it on. Oh, we got to plug the battery in. That would help. Alright, so we're going to turn it on. There we go. Now we're going to turn on the controller. This is the way Losi says to do it. Usually you do your controller first. So the settings we are running, we're going to run 100%, and this MSSX rate is set to nothing. I find it easier to drive that way. So stand the bike up for a second. We're going to turn on the flywheel. We're going to let that spin up. Got to hear it in there. There we go. Pretty loud. Alright. So while that spins up, I'm going to get ready to film and check to see if these recordings are actually being recorded. Okay, so the park is empty, which is nice about the hottest part of the day, and the bike is ready to go. There we go. See if we can get it up from the ground. Nope. It doesn't like to stand up on the grass. Look. There we go. There's a lot of walking in this RC hobby when you do bikes. Oh, I should mention, I have it on the 3 flashing light setting, so it will do wheelies. Let's get it back on the grass. Oh, pushes. There are brakes, but it's a bike. battery pack. Partially done. I figured it's half or over half. I think I broke it. I think that last frustrated jump broke it. It's pretty loud. So there's something definitely going on with that spinning thing. And if I stand it up, there's a shake in it. I don't know if you can see that on the wheel. The wheel is shaking. Yeah. So, something wrong with the flywheel. A few scrapes up here. It's not too bad. A few scrapes on his helmet. Oh, his foot's out of the peg there. These aren't broke yet. These are pretty bendy. I guess that's good. Yeah, so I gotta take it apart and see what's going on with the flywheel. I don't think anyone else has had this issue, but I was jumping it off those steps. I tried to film from the bottom, but I couldn't get it to stand up. I should have brought my starting gate. I think I was driving a little bit recklessly there at the end. It was really hot. It can be frustrating to walk and pick up your bike. I just wanted the balance so I could take a shot from below the stairs. Anyway. Yeah. So today we're gonna look and see what is potentially broke on this bike. RC driver, he broke a plastic part up front. I don't have any issue like that, but I did crash, and as I crashed, I clipped this wheel, this rolly wheel, and it snapped the back of the bike into the wall. So there's a little wall there. So yeah, doing big massive stair drops, probably not the wisest move. But yeah. So today we get to take it apart. So I'm going to take it apart, have a look inside, and see if there's anything wrong with the flywheel, because it was vibrating, the front wheel was shaking, super loud. So we'll take it apart and we'll have a look at it. And we have the side plate. Now there's some oil in there. You can see on the bottom. I wonder what that's from. So below there we have our motor and our flywheel. So a little bit of oil there. I don't know if that came from the chain. I actually didn't oil it. It just says the oil came on from the factory. This must be where it came from. So now I want to take this apart, because that's what was making a noise. Maybe we should turn it on and have a listen again. The fan is quite noisy. It does seem to be slightly noisier than it was before. So if you look at the bike, there's these 3 big screws, and they're on the outside of the flywheel, and then there's 3 little ones inside the flywheel. I think these 3 little ones will allow this to slide straight out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll take those off. But this should actually just come out, as I thought. I just can't get a grip on it. I might have to take that plate off. Oh, that does not want to turn. All right. For God's sakes. Okay, I got the main bolt holding the 2 sides together is locked tight. Alright, so I'd have to get out a drill and a bit like that, and maybe I just strip that bolt. No, I can't turn it. So I can't take it apart. Okay. So it would appear that it's maybe the stabilization. It's the servo that's jiggling my front axle. My front forks. It's the servo that's jiggling my forks. It's not actually... I thought it was the flywheel. So this gets a little stutter in it when that spins up. So that would lead me to believe that there's something wrong with the gyro. Huh. Alright. So that was interesting. We took that all apart. That was interesting. We took that all apart, or partially apart, and it's not that. That's what I thought it was, because the way it was shaking. It's actually, the servo is jittery now. So I don't know what causes that. I have no idea. Jittery servo. If anybody knows, what would cause the jitter in the servo? I mean, the receiver doesn't look damaged. I don't know where the little gyro box is in there, and I can't really open much up due to the fact that that bolt won't come off. I might be able to take out the top ones and bend that down and take a look. Alright, so I'm going to put it back together. RC. A little bit upset about that bolt that holds this front piece in, because I couldn't get it off. So anytime I buy RTRs, that always annoys me when I find bolts that are Loctited or so darn tight that there is no way to remove them without destroying the bolt. So that's unfortunate. On Arma, it's always the motor mounts. On Losi, I didn't really encounter anything with the LMT, so it's not too common with them, I guess. But yeah, so I guess it's not broke. It's an awesome bike. It is easier to drive or to ride than my other bikes. I think the Kyosho hanging on Racer, though, that's up there at the moment, I think that's actually still the pinnacle of motorbikes. Sorry, Losi. I really like that bike, how you can just turn and stand it back up. So this bike, sometimes it can turn it and stand it back up, sometimes I can't. It can be very frustrating walking to pick it up constantly. Lots of walks of shame. And when I broke it, I might have been just a little bit frustrated with all the walking I had to do to play this bike. Now, if you're taken to a track, given the characteristics of it, I think you need to go to like an 8 scale track or a really wide open track with not really tight turns. This thing does not like tight turns, and I could see people getting really frustrated if they take it down to a standard like 1/10. I don't think you can drive it on a 1/10 RC dirt track. I don't think it'd work. So hopefully we'll see some race series just for this bike, or maybe X-Rider, or maybe Kyosho? Maybe Kyosho? Since they really started the RC bikes back in the 80s. Maybe somebody else will make a quarter scale. The important thing is they all have to be about the same scale. Now I know there's some Chinese brand, I don't know if it's Fly Sky or Sky RC. I think it's Sky RC. They make a quarter scale bike with the gyro in the rear wheel, which is what you usually see. So I really like about this is the flywheel in the rear wheel, which you usually see. But I really like about this is that it's inside the bike. It spins like a gazillion miles an hour, and it does help it stay up. So that's very great engineering. As for the rest of the bike, I think I have to shoe glue in this rubber end to the exhaust. That's probably going to come out again. I've seen GPM is making a bunch of aluminum parts, like the rear swing arm and other parts. I don't think it really needs it. It might need the aluminum plate up front, but I don't think it really needs to change the swing arm. Plastics are pretty good. I haven't bent any spokes in the wheels. I would like to see heavier wheels, actually. I think a little bit heavier wheel would help it ride just a little bit easier, actually. And maybe one's made from aluminum, so you can't bend the spokes, or you have to do a lot more work to bend the spokes. Other than that, it's awesome. If you get a chance to get your hands on one, please do, and have fun driving it. So, thanks for watching. A little bit of drama, breaking my bike, but happy it's not, doesn't seem to be actually broken. Don't know what that stutter is. If anybody knows what that stutter in the front wheel is, let me know down in the comments, and like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll probably have more videos, you don't want to miss them. So thanks for watching, see you next time.